Hey, welcome to Satisfy YouTube channel. In my channel, we talk about personal finance, money, and why you shouldn't use a mouse card. I think I'm missing something. Now, the first reason why you shouldn't chase miles is because there's no such thing as a free flight. Now, I know a lot of mile blogs and mile enthusiasts, they will frame it as, oh, I got a free ticket to US and it was in business class some more, right? But there's actually no such thing as a free ticket. Now, it takes 190,000 miles to have a return ticket to San Francisco on business class, and that's about $47,500 of spending if you use a 4 mile per dollar card, which is one of the highest rates you can get on a mile cards these days. It may sound like, hey, it's great, I'm going to spend that $47,500 anyway, I might as well get a free business ticket out of it. But it is not free because every dollar that you spend on a mile card, you could have used a cashback card instead. Now, if you use a cashback card that gives you 5% cashback, $47,500 of spend will have given you more than $2,000 of cashback. To be specific, $2,375. Would you spend almost $2,400 on a return business class ticket to San Francisco? Now, I know a lot of people would jump at the chance, but I also know many more people who are unwilling to spend more than $2,000 on a more comfortable flight. Now, it may come as a shock to those high-SES people who take business class all the time, but there are many people who would rather save on their ticket and spend about $1,000 plus for an economy ticket to the US and suffer for 14 hours. And of course, there are some people who don't travel at all and they would rather just have $2,400 in their pocket. So clearly, there's opportunity cost there. Would you rather have a return business class ticket to San Francisco, or would you rather have $2,400 in your pocket? Clearly, it is not a free ticket if you have to give up $2,400 for the business class ticket. And let's not forget the fact that you also have to pay about $140 of taxes for this redemption, so it's not a free business class ticket. In fact, the opportunity cost goes way up if you consider 6 or even 8% cashback cards, which are readily available in the market. The UB Evo, for instance, gives you an effective rate of 6.67% on your spending. The Citi Cashback card gives you 8% on petrol and grocery spending. And the Citi SMRT card can give you 5% on all your online spend. So with a mixture of 6 to 8% cashback cards, you may find that you're giving up more than $3,000 for your business class ticket to San Francisco. Now, some people may well pay $3,000 for a business class ticket to San Francisco, but the question is, would you have done it if you had to pay it out from your own pocket? If no, then actually going for cashback actually makes more sense. Now, I find it interesting that a lot of mile chasers actually avoid paying $192 annual fee to buy 10,000 miles, which is less than 2 cents per mile, but they will readily spend on a 4 mile per dollar card and ignore an 8% cashback card, which means they're actually giving up 2 cents per mile to get their miles. It's actually more expensive than buying the miles by paying your annual fee. Now, the second reason why you shouldn't chase miles is perhaps you actually don't spend enough per month for miles to make sense for you. Now, if you're a small spender and can't really put much on your credit cards, you're not going to earn a lot of miles. And with a low amount of miles, you are not going to go anywhere exciting. So for instance, 25,000 miles, you can go to nearby Thailand on economy. But after you factor in the taxes and also the conversion fees of converting your bank points to miles, you might find that it actually doesn't make any sense at all. You might as well have gone for a cashback card and booked an economy ticket to Thailand yourself. If you ask me, people who are best suited to chase miles will be those who can spend at least $1,000 and up on 4 mile per dollar cards, so they can at least get enough miles in 2 years to go for a return business class ticket to Japan. Miles are most valuable when you redeem them for long haul flights and business class flights. So if you can't earn enough miles, you actually don't get the full value of your miles, and you might be better off with a cashback card. Some people might say, hey, I can save the miles for a few years and then redeem it for a premium long distance flight. That solves that problem, isn't it? That brings me to my next point, devaluation. Now, it's the D word that everybody hates, and devaluation has happened multiple times in the history of miles. Basically, 190,000 may get you a business class ticket to San Francisco now, but give it 1 or 2 more years and it may cost 200,000, 205,000, and then 4 to 5 more years, who knows, it could go up as high as 220,000. When you earn miles, you're actually at the mercy of the company running the miles program. So if they decide that your miles will be worth less next month, that's it, your miles are worth less. So if it takes you more than 1 to 2 years to earn enough miles to go on your dream destination, you may find that your dream destination will actually cost more because they have increased the price for it. Now, conversely, when you get cashback, you can actually use the cash to put in a bank account or invest. Now, it's a small amount, but it's still worth noting that it actually will increase in value rather than miles, which actually decreases in value over time. And also, the final reason why you shouldn't chase miles is because the mile game is a whole bunch of hassle. You have to track the expiry dates of your bank points, of your miles. You have to convert your bank points to miles. You have to pay conversion fees. You have to waitlist for flights. You can only redeem in blocks of 10,000 points, etc. Right? It's just a whole bunch of hassle, and there is a learning curve to mile cards. Cashback cards, on the other hand, are simple. Just spend the required amount and you get cashback on your next statement. That's it, you're done. Now, it's not uncommon to have Excel spreadsheets as well as apps to track your mile expiry, your bank point expiry dates. So these are things that you have to be aware of if you decide to chase miles. It can be quite troublesome. And if you want to earn more miles, you usually have to get cards from different banks, and you end up with different points with them, and each with their own expiry and their own rules on how to redeem, etc. So it can be quite a lot of hassle monitoring all these accounts. Whereas for cashback cards, you get the cashback and that's it. And you might end up with points you can't use because you have to redeem in blocks of 10,000. So you might end up with 4,000 in bank A, 3,000 in bank B, etc. So it's a lot of hassle to make sure that you optimize your miles. Now, don't get me wrong, I still use mile cards when a situation calls for it. I just don't use it exclusively. In fact, I always max out my cashback cards first, then I use my mile cards. My mantra is between mile cards and cashback card, I'll pick the higher number. 4 miles per dollar will win 1.5% cashback, but 5% cashback will win 4 miles per dollar, and so forth. Now, mile cards can still make sense if you're the kind of person who are willing to pay a premium for business class tickets and see miles as a way to get discounted tickets. It will also make sense if you're the kind who can spend a certain amount every month so that you can earn a reasonable amount of miles that you can redeem in 1 or 2 years to go for a long-haul business class flight. And finally, if you don't mind having a bit of hassle managing your bank points and miles, waitlisting for flights, etc., then the mile games might just be for you. Okay, mile cards and point cards have very good users, so that is something I'll touch on in the next video for those who are die must be cashback users. Now, if you like what you see, subscribe to my Telegram channel to get more good deals and information. Now, until next time, please drop me a like or a dislike if you're a mile user, and I'll see you next video. Hey, welcome to Satisfy YouTube channel. In my channel, we talk about personal finance, money, and why you shouldn't use a mouse card. Isn't that right, Kylo? Kylo, look here. Look here. Do you have anything to say about mouse cards? Mouse cards. Mouse cards. Kylo.